Sorry. It's late at night for me, and you know, this has been bothering me a while because I had this idea for a bit. I just want to share my dreams and sleep paralysis I've had. And I haven't seen my dream diary in a bit or read it, like the old entries. So I thought, why don't I share some of it? Some of it I'm not comfortable with sharing, so I won't share those. The video that's gonna be playing in the background is gonna be me fixing the banner and the thumbnail for the webtoon series I am making, which is Mythical Mythics. And the reason why I needed to fix that is because, well, before I went on vacation, I did that in a matter of like an hour, 12 minutes or something like that. And it was like 3 hours before I had to go on vacation. On the first episode, I had to crunch time. Like, I had to, what do you call it? It's totally anti right now. It's like overworking. I don't know, crunching. So yeah, I did that 2 days in a row, and I didn't get any sleep for that. So I just wanted to do that banner again because it looked awful, and I like the results. So yeah, let's get started. So this is gonna be a dream. This one I titled "Dreaming of Waking Up." Dreaming of waking up over and over. So I'll just read this. I put my blanket over my right eye after I woke up. I didn't want to wake up yet because I felt dead and inside. I went back to sleep. I woke up in a lava pit in a prison. It felt real. Could feel the heat and feel that I was trapped. As if I was someone else than me. That sentence makes absolutely no sense. As if I was someone else than me. Shouldn't that say like as if I was someone else other than me? Anyways, I broke out of prison by solving my own case. I was scapegoated. I can't remember who I can't remember who I can't remember who scapegoated me for the reason I was put in, and then I awake again. This time, I went to a place for parkour. A circular parkour arena with piers I knew from school. It was bright and full of colors, different tubes and cubes to jump or crawl. I went against a peer that used to be a friend and another who I would have liked to know more. Each time we ran the course, we would get a certain amount of tickets based on who placed in first, second, or third. I don't remember this dream at all. We went 3 times. I got second, first, and third in those times. During our last one, where I was third, I wrecked the parkour race. I tripped over and broke the tubes and cubes. Where I got to the end, I don't know how many tickets I had. Oh, what? Oh, I think when I wrote this, I think tickets means uh, like you get from an arcade maybe. And I guess that arcade was just a parkour arcade. Yeah, that's what I think. Listen, this was from 2018. This entry, and I was not good at writing, so let's just say these are probably tickets for an arcade. When I got to the end, I don't know how many tickets I had, but a distant friend had maybe 160 or more because he got a prize from a vending machine of toys. It was a giant plush animal. I wanted one, but I knew I didn't have enough tickets. Then the scene transitions. Then the scene transitions to a dark room with many other peers I only saw in class. It felt wrong to be there. It felt like hours passed with that same scenery. What does that even mean? It felt wrong to be there. It felt like hours passed with that same scene. Does that mean it felt like I was looking at the same thing, the same background, for like eternity? Is that what I was saying? I don't know. Started feeling anxious and pain. I woke up again. I woke up to find someone small telling me that there is a person forcing me to wake up and up again. I got up to be in the mall. We tried finding this person. After time of searching, I woke up again in the same place. Then we tried again, and I woke up again in the same place. I'm assuming by same place, somewhere in the mall. I know where in the mall? For all I know, I could be flying in the mall. I'm just waking up in the same spot and falling or flying. Who knows? Then we tried again, and I woke up again in the same place. We tried again, and I woke up again. Felt trapped and felt so much pain in my head and my sides. Then, as if my vision was a camera, it switches to view my legs and a penguin holding a box. And that penguin gave me the box. And then I woke up the same place, and I supposedly found out who it was. What? I got up, then I woke up in real life, panicking. I didn't know if this was real or not. Okay, I do remember this part. When I woke up, I did not, for like an hour straight, I felt like I was still dreaming. And I felt so disconnected from reality. I don't know. It was just very weird. I felt disconnected. I felt disconnected from what I knew from reality. Each time I woke up, I had that blanket eye patch over my left eye, which made me believe I was in the real world when I wasn't. I have no control of dreams. Yeah, it's just me describing how I felt. The next dream, the AI dream. A short dream that stressed me out. I believe I was older since I had a raspy voice, but there were these dolls on my desk. In my room during middle school up on... What? In my room during middle school, up on of the dolls only had a head. Oh, okay. I think I know what I said. In my room during middle school, one of the dolls only had a single head and its body... No, wait, what did I say? During middle school, one of the dolls had a single head and its body... Okay, so the body was a pole attached to wires. This doll was able to hold its own conversation with me and was something interesting. However, I asked if this doll wanted to be a friend. It said yes. I asked if it would be able to sustain a conversation with the new friend. Wait, I thought I was the friend. What do you mean new friend? I asked if I would be able to sustain a conversation with the new friend. Okay, whatever. This might just be a dream. It was confused. I'm assuming it is the doll was confused. I pressured it. So I peer pressured it. But I already knew I was going to make a new one. What do you mean new? Like a new friend? Okay, I'm forcing this doll to be my friend. Is that what's happening? The doll only said yes confidently. What do you mean confidently? Like I was peer pressuring it. So I started to build the next doll by grabbing a redhead doll with its eyes covered on the left. I do remember part of my dream before this. I was looking at my laptop searching, but I don't remember anything. I only remember starting to create a new AI for the old doll AI. Apparently I was a scientist trying to create artificial intelligence and forcing this artificial intelligence that was inside a doll to be my friend and peer pressuring it to being my friend, and then I started to make a new friend with a red face. Communism, am I right? I don't remember any of these dreams that I just read right now. That's such a weird dream. I'm not a big fan of dolls. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. Like they kind of creep me out. Not a fan of mannequins either. Next dream. Superpower dream. Alright, I remember more about my dream about my classmates from middle school having powers. I don't know who had each power, don't remember them much. Yeah, I don't really remember anyone from middle school. So the setting is like a grand hall or something. It was very spacious. Golden floor and bright pale yellow walls. There was a giant U table in the middle of the room, and I was talking to the person. I'm assuming the person in the U table. Like a receptionist, I'm assuming. Then I heard a mysterious noise outside the giant wall windows. I opened the glass door and the dream switched from first person to free camera and zoomed into the dark. Then a golf cart appeared with many of my middle school classmates. I'd say maybe like 6 or 7 in parentheses. I don't know if 6 or 7 is many. But I didn't have any friends in middle school or high school, so I guess 6 or 7 is a lot. I guess. Anyways, then the camera quickly pans to behind my back as if it was third person. So I guess this dream just became like GTA 5, I guess. I asked them to leave. I'm assuming asking them is the people in the golf cart threatening me, hypothetically. I asked them to leave or there would be trouble. Then my hand started to go purple. And they responded with, "Oh, there will be trouble." And a mob of them came out of the shadows. Someone tackled me and broke through the glass window. Okay, so I'm assuming I was outside of the receptionist building. And I just got tackled and smacked through the window. As with all dreams having weird transitions. Okay, so I had a weird. So one of the things that I have about my dreams is that I'm pretty sure everyone has this, but it's just like the transitions to the weirdest spots that makes absolutely no sense or have any coherence. But it's whatever. Arbitrary dreams. They're pretty cool. As with all dreams having weird transitions, it was transitioned to me without a shirt. Okay. And buff as all heck. Okay, I think by buff as all heck, think of like Broly from the Dragon Ball Super movie. Actually, maybe it was more like Goku. Actually, yeah, more like Goku. My back was swells of bowls. Okay, never mind. Like Broly. Okay. Continue on with the transition. I was about to kick someone, but they grabbed my hand. But I used my other hand to punch them in the face, and they responded, "Not bad." Is this like an anime or something with a bad English dub? Alright. I started to feel a burning sensation as spikes or horns grew out of my back, and I continued on to fight. Okay, so I guess I'm just Mr. Tough Guy then. In the background, there was chairs and tables being thrown, and rocks and dirt being thrown about. I heard explosions everywhere. Pretty much that is where the dream ends, I believe. Pretty cool dream, but I don't know why it had to turn into something weird. Okay, so first of all, this says superpower dream. And then near the end, everyone's just throwing chairs, tables, and rocks. And why did my hand glow purple? The only superpower thing is like those spikes that grew out of my back. Now, were those spikes from an enemy, or were the spikes my own ability? Who knows? Okay, next dream. Oh, this was a weird dream. Lost my right canine tooth after wiggling it around too much. It was supposed to be taken off by my mom, who was randomly a dentist. But me talking caused it to fall off. My other canine tooth was also going to come off, but my dream stopped there. Okay. So this dream, so one of the stress things I used to do, like how people under stress would crack their knuckles and stuff. One of them was just to move my lower jaw and rub my lower canine tooth on my upper canine tooth. I just like the sensation of it. I don't do it that much anymore because that's bad. Pretty sure that's bad. I don't know. My dentist never said anything. But I guess that was just a dream where I just lost my canine tooth because I kept doing that too much, and that made an impact on my life significantly. And look at me right now. The next dream. So this won't make sense if you ever watched My Hero. So, spoilers for My Hero Academia. I had Shoto Todoroki's quirk, but I couldn't use it correctly. So I had Shoto Todoroki mentor me to fully utilize half cold, half hot. So I don't know why I thought this was more. I was expecting more. Oh wait, no, the next stream is about My Hero Academia. Okay. First of all, I don't think I needed to say spoilers, unless none of y'all knew that Todoroki had half cold, half hot for his quirk, and I just spoiled that. I'm sorry. But then again, whatever. More spoilers for My Hero, I guess, just in case. Had a dream about episode 102 of My Hero Academia. Shoto was captured by the villains, but did so in order to gain intel. He pretended to be wounded and defeated, but then Endeavor came in Naruto running and blasted one out of the two villains' faces. Then he did the same for the other. Alright, cool. I could just say that in the same sentence. Both villains collapsed, and Endeavor kneeled down and started blasting their faces even more. Jesus, Endeavor, you're supposed to be a hero. When Shoto yelled at Endeavor for ruining his plans, Endeavor said he did it for the sake of saving Shoto. One of the villains tried to escape from Endeavor, but Endeavor yelled out a move. I don't remember what he yelled out, other than maybe it's starting with an E. Just call it Endeavor Punch for now. So Endeavor yelled out Endeavor Punch, and he blasted the villain. Then all of a sudden the villains did escape. So what was the point of Endeavor being there? So they just escaped after being blasted multiple times by Endeavor? That's cool. Then all of a sudden the villains did escape, and it was up to Bakugo to stop them. The villains waited at a balcony of a white building and jumped down on a train. The train carts were only the frames. So the train carts were like the metal frames, like how a house is like a wooden frame before you add the good stuff. Okay, the train cars were the metal frames, and there were no walls. Bakugo was flying in and was moving around the metal frames of the train carts in order to dodge the gunshots. Bakugo, if I remember correctly from this dream, it was like really sick with different angles, like something like impossible for people to animate within a matter of like 1 week. I'd say like at least a year if one person was gonna do it, even if they're a professional. Like it was like really dynamic. Like explosions everywhere, zipping past the metal frame, up down left right, up down left right, right left up. You know, that kind of good stuff. Anyways, Bakugo was able to take out one of the villains, but not the other. He yelled out in disgust about how he failed to get the other. You were moving all over the place, Bakugo, and you were like, I can't reach the next villain. How disappointing of a hero you are. Okay, so that's where the dream ends. Okay. Those two dreams about My Hero Academia. I guess I found it correct. I was just rewatching My Hero. Yeah, that's why I dreamt this. Next dream. I had a dream where my second Dishonored video got up to 60 views, and I was surprised by it. I thought I was becoming famous, and I also got a subscriber count of over 300. Okay, listen, guys. Not guys. Jeffries. Gotta be inclusive for everyone. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it would be nice to have more subscribers. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but pretty sure that dream was just aspirations. Hopefully I won't become a greedy YouTuber. If I do, please clip this or show this to me. I believe this one was a sleep paralysis. Well, based on how long it is, it's sleep paralysis. My sleep paralysis are very interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Nothing about aliens though. So, let's read this. I was asleep, and I had what I think was sleep paralysis or a dream simulating it. So I can't tell if I have sleep paralysis or I was dreaming sleep paralysis. It could be one or two. I honestly can't tell. So I do wear glasses. So the vision was very blind. And that's what I usually think means I had sleep paralysis and not dreamt sleep paralysis if my vision's blurry. I think. Don't know exactly how sleep paralysis works for people who wear glasses and without wearing them they're blind, but you know, it's whatever. I'm not a scientist. Let me just reread this. I was asleep and I had what I think was sleep paralysis or a dream simulating it. I'm basically blind without my glasses, but for some parts of it, my left eye felt blacked out or distorted. My face could only look at the closed door to my room, but I couldn't recognize it as my own room, even though I knew I was in it. The first sensation was gravity. Oh Jesus! I suddenly felt my body being crushed. Oh, now I remember it. So think of like One Punch Man with that blue alien dude that was like has the power to change gravity into like the force of a black hole. That's what I was feeling. Like I was getting crushed hard. First my no voice crack. First my legs sank into my covers, then my torso, my arms, and finally my head. The head and torso was the worst. My chest felt like someone placed 10-pound dumbbells on my head. Okay, I thought I said 10 1-pound dumbbells. Okay, no, it's 10-pound dumbbells. And my head felt like someone was crushing my skull. The feelings were to get, what? The feelings were to get out? Sure. Yeah, that's good writing. I tried reaching out from my phone because I was watching an archived live stream. By the way, this archived live stream was, I believe, Secret Sleepover Society. I believe. Well, I don't remember what archived live stream it was, but it was one of them. I thought that if I could get to my phone and made the volume louder, I get another video and made that louder, then I'd wake up. I thought I was able to barely push my right arm to get to my phone. By the way, my phone was on my left side, and I was sleeping with my back on the mattress. So that means my right hand had to reach over to my left side to grab the phone. So I thought that if I could get my phone and make the volume louder, get another video, and make that louder, then I'd wake up. I thought I was able to barely push my right arm to get to my phone. In my vision, I was able to teach a typo. In my vision, I was able to reach my phone, but it became distorted. I believe distorted means my vision got distorted. When I saw my right arm reach towards my phone, I could only see my right index finger and right thumb grab the phone, and I felt I touched my phone with my tiny hand. But when I went to put my hand where my right arm was, my hand nor my arm. What? I think I meant like back to its original position. Because obviously my right hand is attached to my right arm. I can't put my right hand back to my right arm because it's attached to my right arm. Anyways, my hand or my arm was there. Well, they were there. It just didn't feel like they were there. Oh, I think it meant like it wasn't towards my left side. It was just staying on my right side, like as if I didn't move it. It said it was, yeah, okay, well, I'll explain. It said it was on my right side as if I didn't move it. I tried again 3 times and the exact same motion and feelings was there. It's like I never did move. I tried it with my left hand, but I was moving my left arm, and in my vision I could only see a distortion of my left wrist and a sensation I grabbed my phone. And yet, I grabbed nothing and it was a ghostly touch. I removed my left arm, and I looked at my door because I heard someone calling for my name. The person opened the door, and I closed my eyes halfway for some odd reason. They left what I sorry, I burped. They left. This was a weird. Okay, let me fix this sentence. They left right next to me Happy Meals, several, and I believe there were about 4 Happy Meals. Isn't that amazing? Let me be honest. I had not had a Happy Meal in over like 50 years, maybe 20 years, 200 years perhaps. Honestly, who knows? She left. No, they left. Sorry, they left what I thought was Happy Meals. Several, I believe 4. One, one Happy Meal on my chest, another near my right heel, and 2 beside my phone. At that point, I think I gave up and drifted back to sleep. Okay, so I drifted back to sleep, and then I woke up again in the state of sleep paralysis. This time the gravitational pull was gone, except for my head. So I guess my head had gravitational pull. Felt not like a hand was crushing me. It felt not like a hand was crushing me. Out this time, gravity. Okay, so this time it didn't feel like a hand was crushing me, but instead it was like just gravity pushing me. My eyes started to drift downwards. My jaw was slowly moving down, and my head was pressing harder into my pillow. I couldn't breathe properly. It felt awkward to try to breathe normally. So I breathed more. Why is breathe such a weird word? So I breathed more heavily. No, I don't think that's proper grammar, but we'll move on. I was able to get more air into my system, luckily. I tried moving my legs, but I couldn't feel anything. My legs, my feet, and my toes felt like they were gone. Like someone cut them off, Jesus. I tried moving my arms, but I felt like something was holding them down. I tried moving my head, but the imaginative weight pulled me down further. I couldn't do anything, and I heard the person again. Right? I'm pretty sure it's the same person. They opened the door, and their hand was out. They were holding a white box. I think that was like my wedding or something. I'm not married though. They were holding a white box. They waited for a few seconds. Then they left and closed the door. So they didn't give me the box? Okay, that's weird. I remember I started to struggle breathing all of a sudden after that, and my vision was starting to black out. I remember uttering these words, I didn't want to die. Oh wait, it was this one? I thought a different sleep paralysis was. The one where I said I didn't want to die. Interesting. So this sleep paralysis. That was a different one. I guess it was this one. So yeah, I can't speak. This sleep paralysis, I honestly thought I was gonna die, not gonna lie. My body acted on its own and started to hyperventilate, and I think it was trying to get more air into me, or it was because of overwhelming anxiety. I was going to die. From my hyperventilating, from me hyperventilating me. Nope. From me hyperventilating, it somehow widened my eyes open. I was barely able to pull my arms forward. I slammed my arms into my mattress, creating a vibration all over my head. I leaned forward fast and I woke up. I was in dread, tired, and out of breath. I was breathing hard and trying to recollect my thoughts. I asked myself, am I awake or did I die? Am I alive or am I in a dream? These strange thoughts lingered for a while. I couldn't really tell until right now, so I'm messaging. I can feel my stomach rumbling, and it's saying, get me food, I'm hungry. And that's where it ended. Yeah, I was just hungry after that. Yeah. That was. If I never could, it was really scary. The gravity thing. I thought I had two different gravity sleep paralysis streams, but I guess I only have one. Yeah. So, if I remember correctly, I said that like 50 times in this episode, or this video. If I remember this rightly, I was a lot of pain, and I was just blacking out a lot, but still being awake, half awake, sleep paralysis and such. So yeah, right, the next one. My dream was my family owned 3 RVs, but didn't have anything to pull them. Okay, what's the point of having these RVs then? Showing off? Cool. We were in an RV lot and I was hanging on one of them. Okay, but first of all, when it's hanging as in like, uh, I can't, okay. Hanging as in like pull-up bars, okay? Like, what the bar, like I'm holding on a bar. Okay? Not the other one. They were in the RV and I was hanging on a bar. I was doing pull-ups. Yeah, there we go. I was doing pull-ups, and I asked my mom, who was located to the RV to the right of the other two. Okay, right of me. I asked my mom, who was located to the RV to the right of the other two, why we bought 3 RVs. She just said it's so we can one up for other people. I looked beyond the back of the RV and saw a lot of other RVs. I shrugged and I left. Okay. So I didn't feel like we one upped the other people. My sister was located in the second RV. She was reading a book. I moved on and went past No, not past. Past. I moved on and went past the first RV. There, the dream suddenly changed to myself and my sister looking through a hole in an abandoned home. Design one of Penny from Gumball with mock. Design one of Penny from Gumball. I guess Penny from Gumball is there, mocking us for the amount of RVs and ran off into her own RV. It was white and dark blue. Okay, first of all, you only own one RV, Penny. We own 3. Second of all, like 3 RVs are it's probably expensive. I went back home and asked my mom how to retaliate. She didn't care and said that I should be the one to retaliate. So I went outside and it was already the dark blue moonlight. Where's this stream going? I turned to a circular shadow on the ground and moved towards Penny's home. I revert back to my original form and quietly listen inside the RV. I hear a grumpy, tough lumberjack man voice, but I don't remember what he said. All I know after that dream was that I moved from the left side of Penny's RV to the right of the RV. That dream made absolutely no sense. First of all, 3 RVs is too much, you only need like 1. Second of all, you shouldn't mock someone who has 3 RVs and saying you have more when you only have 1. Fourth of all, you should be mocking my family for having 3 RVs. Fifth of all, why did I turn into a circular shadow like I was Greninja from Super Smash Bros. 4 and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Fifth of all, why was Penny from Gumball here? And I'm assuming design 1 means Peanut and not the fairy? Alright, whatever. The next dream, I dreamt of my completed Mime song, which was completely revised, and I had a premiere on YouTube. Okay, so a little context. Mime song is the song that was played on, what is it? It's the epilepsy warning. Flashing images, epilepsy warning, dash, test, dash. Which was just me testing out sound design and music creation. I'm gonna be honest with you, Mime is that song in there. I slowed it down, but a little secret is I created that in Chrome Music Lab. So I didn't really use any official software, nor do I know how to play piano. Kinda know how to play the piano, sort of learning at my own pace. You know, I'm not gonna be a tutor or a teacher for that because I'm not in dire need to play the piano, so yeah. This next stream says Franklin and Trevor, so I'm pretty sure this is GTA 5. I never played GTA 5, but I watched a few videos of it. I dreamt of Franklin and Trevor breaking body parts. Okay, we're off to a good start. And saying how useful it is to be so flexible with these broken. Oh, I thought they were breaking other people's body parts. They're breaking their own body parts to be flexible. Okay. So they're saying it's useful to have broken limbs because it makes them so flexible. Cool. That's how the body works. They flailed around like ragdolls, saying this is optimal. Imagine Franklin and Trevor just flying around and saying repeatedly, "This is optimal. This is optimal. This is optimal. This is optimal." Why did I dream this? A police officer walked by and gave the 2 odd. Oh, okay. A police officer walked by and gave Franklin and Trevor odd looks because Franklin was on top of Trevor. To freak out the officer more, Trevor suggested they would roll around, and Franklin agreed. Together, the 2 rolled left and right. Their foolery disgusted the police officer. Somehow, the dream changed to myself and a friend riding in a car, and I was driving. The steering wheel was on the right side, and I was driving. So I guess I was in a, I don't know what country drives on the right, has the steering on the right side. Pacific Ocean. I ran past multiple red lights and skimmed by passing cars. Cool. I'm glad that I'm a obedient citizen. What's odd about this is both my friend and I are suffering the same broken limbs as Trevor and Franklin. I guess Trevor and Franklin morphed to me and a friend. Cool. You know, I aspire to be like Trevor or Franklin. They are huge role models, honestly. Therefore, my driving was a bit wonky as I drove us. At some point, we were walking back home with classmates from high school. Okay. Cool, we were in a car, and now we're walking home with classmates from high school. We still had broken limbs, but we were able to. Okay, but we were able to walk. You can't have broken limbs and we're able to walk. That doesn't. What am I saying? They had broken limbs and can just parkour as ragdolls. We parted ways, and I picked up my sister, who was talking to a friend just ahead of me. My sister tried to walk on top of a bench, but I did it first. Wow, one-upping my sister. She got she got mad, but then we got to a bridge. I was to the side of the bridge and was applying. She tries walking on the rail, but it didn't work. So for no reason, we decided to walk into the river and not take the bridge. Whoa, that's some good logic there. Can't walk on the railing of the bridge, take river instead. Sigma male right there. Don't use the constructions of what alpha males used. Use what nature gave you. Because nature is sigma as all heck. We were at home and I peeked through the front door to see my mom cooking. Okay. Nope. I knocked at the door. And she opened the door. She said, "Welcome back to us." When I was taking off my shoes, I noticed a hole in my shoulder. Oh, Jesus. Revealing my flesh and weird skin. What? And weird skin-colored liquid rising and lowering to what I assumed was my oxygenated blood. If your blood with oxygen looks like skin, or like the skin color, you need to find a doctor immediately. I put a band-aid on top of the hole. Yeah, like that'll help. I didn't tell my mom because I was scared we would need surgery and it would cost a lot. Well, yeah, you know, surgery on a hole with weird colored blood is not gonna be cheap. I wanted to shower because I rolled around the dirt. Oh, Jesus. But feared the water would damage the hole even more. I decided to put on a different band-aid that would adhere to my skin when attacked by water. But I didn't follow up on that plan. Okay. Then I thought of doing a double band-aid, and I decided not to follow up on that either. Then what am I gonna do? My decision was to not shower and stare at my wound for a bit, because staring at your wound will heal it. I took out my phone after placing the band-aid on top of my hole to look up how long it would take to heal a wound like this. The Google result told me that a 1mm by 10cm by 2mm. How did I remember this from my dream? A 1mm by 10cm by 2mm hole is something to worry about and needed to be taken care of. If properly cared, it will take 200 hours to heal. So if 3 days is 75, so 4 days, so it's gonna take 8 days, about, give or take. Because I just, 24, put it to 25 hours a day because it's easier to do that quarter. About 8 days, give or take, a little more than that. If proper cared, it would take 200 hours to heal. I measured my wound on my shoulder with my thumb. Yeah, that's a good ruler to use. Yeah, your thumb. And concluded the hole was bigger than the volume Google gave me. Great. though I didn't do any conversions as my measurements were in inches. Okay. If you're a mathematician, you must be cringing right now. But if you're a mathematician watching my channel, please leave. Because I don't know why you're watching me. I don't do anything other than read my weird dreams. Anyways, I don't know why I said that. Anyways, then the screen transitioned to me and my friend playing Smash Bros. And I was hovering over Cloud in the select screen. I saw the same wound on his shoulder, but in the right side with the cloak skin. I said, "Oh, my wounds aren't real." I was just confused with Cloud's wound. The wound on Cloud was identical with the size and house, and the skin. Okay, the wound in Cloud was identical. Okay, no, the wound on Cloud was identical with the size and the skin-colored liquid rising and lowering. One of Cloud's cloak skins was an RGB skin. And Dreamens. Okay, so we went from Franklin and Trevor to being like, oh, I don't have a wound on my shoulder that's over like a certain volume, but Cloud does. And my blood isn't skin colored. Cloud's blood is skin colored. That's where my dreams go. That's like the definition of what my dreams are. Like that entire entry. It's just the definition there. Alright, so the next one is sleep paralysis, I think. Again, I don't know if some of these are sleep paralysis or I'm dreaming that I'm in sleep paralysis. So okay. A dream I had before the sleep paralysis was a dark-skinned Nigel Thornberry. Sorry, I was taken away. Hold on. The dream I had before the sleep paralysis was a dark-skinned Nigel Thornberry delivering milk. Like tanned or like Nigel Thornberry. Why Nigel Thornberry? I have not heard that name in years. Anyways. He was placing each envelope into the respective boxes until he stopped. Then he slowly turned his head to stare at me. And then my eyes opened and I couldn't move. I attempted to look around rapidly and move my toes to wake myself up, but it didn't work. I had the urge to leave my room because I already felt I was in danger if I stayed. Jesus, dark-skinned Nigel Thornberry is gonna be after me, bro. I tried breaking free and I thought I had my right arm and my left arm free from the paralysis, so I tried moving my body to fall out of my bed. As I got close to tipping over, my arm started to not work. Okay. So I was close, but not so close. Then I was back at my original position at the bed, so I teleported. I looked towards the window and all of a sudden there was a large gust of wind that broke through the glass and blasted my body into the curtains. I felt my body shiver. My lamp in the corner of the room was also constantly flashing. Jesus. Is this a tornado warning? Was like my lamp a tornado warning? I don't know. Was it hurricane? There was no rain, so maybe it's not a hurricane. I really try to escape by moving as many body parts as I can, but I only felt the tingle sensation of trying to move. I can't remember this part well, but I'm positive I saw a shadow person. Oh Jesus! I can't remember this part well, but positive I saw a shadow person through the broken window. Then I woke up and pushed my body to move as hard as I can. Okay, so that shadow person might have been Nigel Thornberry, honestly. But for being real, Nigel Thornberry's silhouette is very identifiable. I can't speak at all. Identifiable. So it must have been someone else. Alright, next dream. Dreamt I was in a car with a person and they Tokyo drift into a green water park and it got destroyed. Then we went into the waiting line of the park and I saw a body laying on the floor. I told the person to stop. Oh, the driver to stop. The person is the driver. They stopped immediately right in front of the person on the floor and they stood Okay. And they stood up quickly in half a second. Jesus. Speed running to stand up. Who has a world record for that? Leave it in the comments below. I'm curious. The person laying on the floor was a security guard. They allowed us through after they stood up, and I remember him saying he needs to stop sleeping on the job. Then the next car passes by him. Well, maybe you should pay attention on your job. So, it started out with Tokyo drifting and destroying an amusement park, or I'm sorry, a water park, and then almost running over a body, but not a body, but a security guard who was just sleeping in the job. So the meaning of this dream basically is don't go to a water park, or you're gonna run over someone. Sorry. Sleep paralysis. 3 of my sisters dancing right in front of me in a dark, creepy room with mellow music. Alright, that's it. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's the most normal thing out of all of this, actually, if I'm being honest. Next stream. Playing Smash Bros with a friend, but it wasn't. We went to a dark arena of grass, and our goal was to fight for the light orbs. As we are playing on the map, as we are playing, what did I say? As we are playing the map, it was shown. Oh, so as we were playing on the map, it transitioned to a castle. Then Ganondorf is standing at the balcony of that castle. I was looking across the desert and seeing how we were trespassers from a different dimension. As for the dream ends, I main Ganondorf in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so this might be saying that the next DLC character is from a different dimension. Now, is it from a different dimension Zelda? Or a different dimension from a different game? Who really knows? Honestly, I'm rooting for Taboo for Smash Bros. That's all I'm gonna say. Next one. Dreamt of the best Super Smash Bros. Character. Was telling a friend on the phone about the next Smash Bros. Character, but they were playing Animal Crossing. Why were they? I don't. The friend I'm talking about is a huge Super Smash Bros. Fan. And yet they're playing Animal Crossing when I was talking about the next big character. That's funny. Okay, next stream. Dreamt I had a 4-member crew, including me, that I led on a spaceship that I bought recently to quickly attack and invade. I also mentioned that there is a Zapinator ship that comes with this ship that I bought that's disassembled into 3 parts that I recommended my crew to use because I've been the one always piloting my ship, so I thought this was the next best option for them to pilot. I guess I didn't want anyone to pilot my own ship because I was afraid it'd crash it, I guess. While they did seem a little eager to try it, when we went on our next mission, they didn't use it. I spent all that money for y'all and didn't use it. This is why we have units. That's not the reason why. I'll just be clear because they're the working class and they decide that. Whatever. I'm not gonna go there. I was shooting down the enemies and quickly moving. Okay. By the way, again, I'm tired. It's late at night, so you know I'm saying stuff. If you find it offensive, I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm really sorry. I'm just saying weird stuff. Okay, anyways. Okay. So they didn't use the Zapinator, I guess. Noobs. In the next mission, I was shooting down the enemies and quickly moving left and right. There was a blue planet. There was a blue planet below my ship, and debris all over space that is next to a large ship. I maneuvered quickly and I saw the health bar of the ship slowly lower as we get closer to a platoon of ships. I told the crew to arm to the guns and have someone do repairs. I boosted the ship and it quickly goes behind enemy ships. I shot them down while my crew shot others nearby. I kept zipping us behind enemies and blasting them to pieces. Eventually the enemy had to retreat and we were victorious. I asked my crew why they didn't use the Zapanir ship. And they just said because they didn't want to assemble it together. Okay. You guys ain't Power Rangers? Sentai Warriors? Noobs. I'm so tired. Because they didn't want to use the Zapanir ship. They didn't want to assemble it. Which didn't make sense to me because all three members had a part of the Zapanir they controlled and could combine like a Megazord. So I decided I'd show them how to combine them. I hopped on one of the Zapanir pods and I somehow controlled the other two and formed a Zapanir gun. I flew around the ship to show off how cool I was at assembling the Zapanir by myself. Great. I don't know what to say. It was a really cool dream. It was like asteroids everywhere and I was just shooting out the enemies. And I guess I was just flying a Zapanir. If I remember. I don't know if there's different colored Zapanirs, but it was the red one. If there is different colors and you wanted verification, it was the red one. Next one. This is a dream. I was in high school with a crush I had from middle school. Sorry, okay. I was just weird. I was in middle school with a... No. I was in school with a crush I had from middle school. And they were in my high school. I didn't have a crush on her when we were in high school. So for now, I'll call her Gerald. For the sake of the story, I'll call her Gerald. Okay, why did you have to repeat that? Anyways, we were going to high school and there was a long line waiting to go in. I saw an old friend from middle school at the end of the line and waited them. They greeted me excitedly and happily. I asked why we were waiting in line. Before I could get an answer, the intercoms went on to tell us the line was too long and we had to use the multiple glass doors that were lined up in the walls of the school building. So we went into this building. I'm assuming this is the school building. Gerald and I were confused because we didn't recognize the school and we were late for class. What was interesting about it was that it closely resembled both my high school and middle school layout in such a weird conceptual way that I can't describe. Honestly, I can't describe. It's like you know, those apps that combine like two faces to show that what your child would look like. It's kind of like that. So I guess I can kind of describe it, but I can't. That's actually a cool app. Can someone make an app that combines two different objects together? That'd be so interesting. Combine a table and a chair. What would you get? Honestly, we don't know. Maybe the world ain't prepared for that. Alright, let's get back to your dream. What was interesting about it was it closely resembled both my high school and middle school layout in such a weird conceptual way that I can't describe. We were led to the library, where we had to sit down and tell. We were led to the library where we had to sit down and tell them we didn't recognize the school. Many students in the library had this exact same feeling we did. Gerald and I and the three students were given blue forms to fill out. However, I didn't understand how to fill it out. I didn't read it, by the way, so maybe that's why. Great, I'm illiterate in this dream. But Gerald was abler. Yeah, Gerald was abler. Supposed to be able. How did that not get autocorrected? But Gerald was able. I quickly finished it and okay, I'm assuming it means Gerald quickly finished the blue form and left me behind. What? See, this is why I didn't have a crush on her in high school, because she's just a douchebag. No, she wasn't. She was a nice person. Where did I leave off? But Gerald was able to quickly finish it and left me behind. I don't know where she was going because we didn't recognize the school, so I didn't know how the blue form helped. Other students were filling it out and I was just so confused. My old friend from the line came to me, waving his right hand. I held the blue paper we were supposed to fill in. I asked him how to fill the paper, and that is where the story ends. Man, I hate it when my dreams never finish properly. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I wake up and I go back to sleep and it continues to dream. Sometimes it doesn't. But man, I wish dreams ended in a proper way. Cause I would have liked to know what was on the blue floor. We may never know now. Someone make a fanfic about that dream with me and Jared. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that at all. That's honestly really disgusting. Okay. Next up. Dreamt I was in a school trip with people I knew from middle school and with one of my science classes from high school. Weird combination. This was a confusing dream, so I'll explain it in order. Okay, well, you're supposed to explain your dreams in order. I was dreaming about where to get to class, as for some reason there were like 3 classes spread out on each floor, and there were hundreds of staircases that branches out to multiple sections. Okay, so this was before the middle school trip. You should probably explain this part without mentioning the school trip in the prologue, sorry. So I was dreaming about where to get to classes. For some reason there were like 3 classes spread out on each floor. And there are hundreds of staircases that branch out to multiple sections. So I'm assuming that means in each floor there's over 100 staircases and only 3 classes in those. And they're all spread around, not next to each other. Got it. I didn't know where to go, so I asked a teacher that was wandering the floor I was on. I was directed to take a couple flight of stairs and then down a few flight of stairs. I did that and found my class. The class had walls of glass so I could see easily inside. If I remember correctly, my high school teacher, my high school junior history teacher was teaching the class. Then my dream hopped to me and the field trip. Alright, well, I guess we're not meeting my high school junior history teacher again. Then my dream hopped to me and the field trip. I was in a bus with other students. The bus was white and it had a blue stripe on the outside. And the inside was also white, and the seats were colored in red velvet and were made of fluffy cushions. The dream hopped, and I was trying to find where we were supposed to go. I eventually was on a staircase descending down. The walls were lined with black bricks and torches. Where is this sculpture going? I eventually had to squeeze through a wall and slide down a black colored slide. I was sent down to a giant cylindrical room with no roof that allowed the sun to deep through. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to say go through. Alright. I saw a cellar with lots of people trapped. Others from the field trip slid down after I did and were confused where we ended up. Did I miss something? I'm so confused where we are. The walls were lined with black bricks and torches. I eventually had to squeeze through a wall and slide down a black colored slide. I was sent down into a giant cylindrical room with no roof that allowed the sun to go through. I saw a cellar with lots of people trapped. Others from the field trip sit down after I did and were confused where we ended up. Based on the description, I think of Petey Piranha's first encounter in Super Mario Sunshine in the room where he got to belly slap his belly button. Yeah. Saw it. Anyways. Some random female told us we were not at the hotel. No, obviously. Some random female told us we were not at the hotel and we were directed to the hotel. After getting to the hotel, we were given free time, so I decided to wander around. I went to a shopping district that was square and had a lot of people walking around. I was wandering around. The scene was bright and sunny. The buildings were short and painted with pure white walls. Trees stood tall and looked over the street. I took pictures with a camera on me of the scenery. Eventually, it reached dusk and it was time to head back to the hotel, and that's where the dream ends. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, we have a few more to go. A little bit more to go. This next one is a sleep paralysis. I'm unsure whether or not this was sleep paralysis. Of course, I'm gonna start with that because I never know. So I couldn't move my eyes and the toe strategy didn't work. And it felt extremely surreal. However, I'll still explain. You're supposed to explain this stuff in your diary. It happened in segments or several times from either falling asleep again and waking up paralyzed, or it was just one continuous process. I had a towel over my eyes to rest in, and I fell asleep. I woke up once and I felt I needed a bit more sleep, so I voluntarily slept again. So this was before my sleep paralysis. I should have specified that in the diary, alright? Next time I woke up, I was paralyzed. Each of my paralysis, I saw my towel over my eyes. I had instances where I was able to push my right arm to take off the towel in order to break free, but another towel would replace the towel I took off. I would do it again and again and again and again and again. The towel would not disappear. The towel would not disappear. The towel doesn't want to go. So I tried with my other arm, and again, the towel would not leave. I then fell asleep again because I was frustrated and gave up. When I woke, I was still in sleep paralysis, but this time I thought I could move my body, so I did. I tried to take off the towel, but I didn't. I used all my might and pushed my body off the bed. I did so, but then I turned into a creepy, distorted body. I was hunched back and my limbs folded backwards. I was moving and swaying all over my house. I kept hitting the walls. During that entire time, the towel was stuck onto my body. I then fell asleep after hitting a wall. I awoke again to myself having a weird thought process of why I turned into a disordered body. It went along like this. Of course, the reason why my body was contorted was because I was using a 90s toy. What? Then my imagination showed me a road roller, but only the roller part. Like, I'm assuming, you know, the cylindrical part that spins around in the front of the road roller. And then there was a platform above the roller and a toy baby head from Toy Story that was attached to the roller. It's creepy. The baby head kept smacking into the platform I was on. Also, for some reason, my body was a baby as well. I miss my infancy. I remember it like yesterday. Just, you know, my baby friend right next to me banging his head on the road roller. And me being a baby. Alright. I fell asleep. The next time I woke up, this time I was trying to break free, and I did. So I was just breaking free from the sleep paralysis, I guess. Okay, the next one. Dreamt I broke the front door to my house. Then my mom showed up to tell me how to fix it. I placed the door on the lock, and then there were. Oh, Jesus. I placed the door on the lock, and then there are nubs I have to press with my belly button to lock it. Oh my, what? So there were nubs, and I had to push my belly button into those nubs to lock it. I couldn't hammer it. Okay, well, they're nubs, not screwdrivers, so I guess I had to use my belly button. There was no other option. These nubs allow the frame of the door to be pulled into the right position. So my mom was showing me an example by using her belly button on the nub to push the door. While she did that, the door was not pushed into the right position, and I was pissed and she was laughing. Okay, never mind. My explanation was wrong. So she screwed it up. I was pissed, and she was laughing. So the dream never explained why I broke the front door, but if I'm assuming anything, it's probably because of my thick butt. I have one of the thickest butts around. I'm so tired. Alright, this is the last one. This is the last one. And we're done. We're done. Alright. Sleep paralysis today, and the window was open. When I woke up, I heard a crowd cheering. I'm unsure if it was for me or not. I knew I was in sleep paralysis as I tried to move my body but couldn't. So I tried to fall asleep. However, the crowd's voices outside got louder and I was aggravated. I pushed with all my might to love my body. No. Why did it autocorrect to love my body? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be move my body. And I was able to flip off the crowd with my left finger and said, F you. F you. I mean, I had to get some sleep. I need sleep. So, you know. How was I supposed to shut up the crowd? You know, was I in the wrong? Or were you, the audience, were in the wrong? You weren't part of the stream. Then the crowd slowly started cheering, F you, F you. F you, F you, no F yous, I need some sleep. Oh, oh. Okay. Yeah, we did. Okay, so this is the dream diary. Yeah, we did that for a bit until I broke free from the sleep paralysis and went back to sleep because I only had 4 hours of sleep. And that's my entire dream diary. Some of them were in 2021, some of them were in 2022. Alright, so I do have other dreams from like when I was a kid, and I didn't have a dream diary as a kid. So this is the only dream that stuck around. There's other ones, if I remember correctly. But so I was a kid in the backseat of my mom's car, and the entire background was all white. I don't know why the dream was like that. But then all of a sudden, this grandma popped up, and let me tell you, she was really creepy. She looked like she had a triangular face, like Phineas from Phineas and Ferb, and her skin was cracking. Like it looked like the desert, like the ground dry desert. That was her skin, and it was peeling off, and it was so disgusting. Like I was a kid, this grandma appeared out of nowhere in my dream. It was a fine dream. It was going to be boring, and now it just amped up from 0 to 100. And the grandma was knocking on the window. She's like, "Let me in, let me in." Just knocking, and she just knocked hard and hard. And I got scared, so I went to the other side of the car to get out. So I opened the door, and that grandma teleported, grabbed my face, and then snapped my neck, and I woke up. Do you know how scary that is for a kid to dream something like that? Of a grandma just out of nowhere snapping your neck. Awful. Absolutely awful. But yeah, that's the dream I had as a kid that I remember vividly because, well, traumatizing. Let me yeah, that's it. Let me know in the comments what you thought about each of those dreams. My favorite one was the grandma snapping my neck, honestly. That was a really great dream. Let me know what your favorite dream was in the comments below. And yeah, see you all next time. Adios.